My name is Ariel Garza, and my informative speech is bullying. As many as half of the children in schools today are bullied, from elementary to middle school to high school. But really, what is bullying? Everyone has a different perspective of what it really is. Is it physical harm? Is it verbally attacking a student? Or, in this generation, cyberbullying, which has become this big fad that everyone just cannot seem to get away from. It can happen on a cell phone, it can happen on a laptop, in a child's room. So bullying does not stop once the school bell rings and it's time to go home and go on the school bus. It continues throughout late at night when a child is reading harmful remarks from other students on social networks such as Facebook and Twitter. What is bullying? Bullying is the unwanted physical and mental abuse from another. And then there's also cyberbullying. No one is safe. Anyone can become the victim. And then anyone can become the bully. Growing up, I was a victim of bullying from elementary up until middle school. My safe haven was the library during lunch. My brother was also a victim of bullying. He was bullied in elementary, and he hated going to school. He would make up stories, I'm sick, or I just don't want to go. We didn't really know what was going on until my mom went to the school to find out what was really going on. Now the question is how come nobody is witnessing this? Someone is witnessing bullying. They just don't want to come up, have the courage to say so. In October of 2012, the New York Times published a campaign for students, and it's called Be More Than a Bystander, meaning when you see an act of bullying, don't just walk by. Don't just turn the other cheek and think you didn't see anything. Stand up. Because you protecting a student from bullying can really benefit in the near future. Stories such as Columbine, Virginia Tech, these kids were being bullied at one time of their life. Whether it was in elementary school or in high school, no one really knows. But what happens when the torment becomes so unbearable that taking others' lives or your own is the only option of getting away from the pain? 12-year-old Joel from East Harlem hanged himself of May of this year because of bullies. And what makes this story even more tragic is he told a friend hours before he committed his suicide that he was tired of the bullying. He was tired of the name-calling. He was tired of everything about school because of his tormentors. Now the next question is, should bullies be convicted as criminals? Schools all around the country are now doing a zero-tolerance policy. 9 states in the United States are now conducting hotlines for students to anonymously tell the schools that there are bullies acting on other students. Because soon the victims end up becoming the bullies. Soon that power that was taken from them, that confidence, their low self-esteem begins to just dwell on them day by day, to where going to school is a hassle. They dwell on going to school. And yet, where are the adults? Where are the parents of the bullies? Where are the teachers? Teachers spend most of the week with our students, with our kids, with our younger brothers and sisters. Where are they? Are they just turning the cheek? Or, and I've heard this many, many times from teachers, kids will be kids. We can't control that. But when you leave your kid or you leave your younger sibling with these educators who are supposed to be mentors, who are supposed to help our children get through school, where are they when the bullies are acting out? Are they just sitting idly by? We really don't know. But now schools are now conducting classes for teachers to witness bullying and how to stop it. Now the Board of Education is now stepping in. An associate from the National Crime Prevention from the Board of Education is now stating that there should be more action, more disciplinary action, such as suspension or expulsion from a school campus, or sending students to certain types of schools where their disciplinary actions aren't being fulfilled. So, in conclusion, bullying needs to be stopped. Bullying is only the start of a hard life. Our children, and if you don't have children, younger siblings, your brother, your sister, your nieces, your nephews, they should not have to worry about going to school and being tormented, being called gay, being called retard because they're different, or because they're smarter than the other students. Growing up should be a time about figuring out who you are and sticking to who you are, being true to yourself. But when you have students and you have peers picking on you, calling you names that you shouldn't be called, or destroying your property on purpose, we need to put a stop to this because there are too many suicides that are happening. There are way too many kids hurting their own self because they're different. They're blaming themselves because other people are picking on them, telling them that being different, being black, being white, being smart, being gay, being a little bit mentally challenged is a bad thing. And we shouldn't have to let this keep going on. Thank you for listening.